It's been 2 years since I packed away my manga, and I'm finally reunited with my collection. I set up the bookcase in my last video, and now it's time to unpack. Sadly, the audio wasn't great during some of the recording, so subtitles will be turned on for most of the section. Anyways, enjoy the unboxing. So this is the infamous Billy bookcase. Obviously you can see it's the bigger version. It's actually double depth, so you can actually fit 2 manga volumes in front of each other if you wanted to, or you can leave like a big gap for anime figures and pop funkos and I don't know, plants and stuff and whatnot. So the next logical step would be to fill the bookcase, but I'm struggling to think if I want to organise them alphabetically or by author or by genre maybe. But yeah, I think the first thing I need to do is lay them all out, separate them, and then maybe that will give me a better understanding of what I want to do. Box number 1 has Death Note, Madoka Magica, Fullmetal Alchemist, and Deadman Wonderland. I didn't really enjoy Deadman Wonderland. I know a lot of people, even now, are purchasing the franchise, but just not really one for me. Death Note, on the other hand, probably read this series maybe 4 or 5 times, and I've read it maybe 2-3 times as well. Yeah, it definitely holds up, despite me already knowing all the twists and turns. It's still just as thrilling and just as exciting. And I can say the same for Fullmetal Alchemist, unlike Death Note, which has a lot of suspense and mystery behind it. Although there is a fair bit of mystery in Fullmetal Alchemist, there's a lot of action. There's a lot of thought that goes into the characters. None of them really feel the same. They all kind of feel different. They all have their own goals and desires, and makes them all very interesting. I would very much like to get the new limited edition versions, the hardback ones, but for the time being, I think the singles will do. Now, I think I'm going to organise them alphabetically. Manga box number 2. This one is actually a lot heavier. I've got Bakuman, MAR, and Naruto up to 27. So that's the first half of Naruto. He's a little baby. Oh, I also got the One Piece colour walks. These are pretty good. I'm surprised not a lot of other mangaka are able to do stuff like this, because obviously when it gets printed into single volumes, you lose all of the cover. I literally just watched OnTheShelf's video about Naruto being the first anime that kind of got him into it, other than Dragon Ball and Pokemon. It was kind of like the same thing for me. It was the series that pushed me to experience more shows, and even to this day people are experiencing Naruto and consider it one of the best and one of the greatest. And although it may not be one of the greatest, one of the best, but it's definitely a go-to for newcomers, definitely a great gateway. Alright, Bakuman, again, compared to Death Note, I don't think could beat Death Note, and although it's got a completely different theme, it does a great job of bringing you mystery. Typical shonen shows take advantage of with tropes. This one doesn't really have that. You think that they're going to win all the time, but they don't. They fail and fail and fail over and over again, in all aspects, not just creating a manga, but you know, friendships and relationships. They make such bad decisions, which is quite accurate considering how old they are, 14 up to I think they're 21, 22 maybe. But yeah, it does a great job of throwing you off your guard when you think that they're doing really good. And they're actually not. They're just normal humans who struggle through life like everybody else. And MAR is a shonen series that I picked up. It was a standalone volume that I saw in my local bookstore. It's basically an isekai before isekai were popular, and it has typical isekai tropes. What I like about it is how basic it is. It's very cookie cutter. It knows what it's doing, and it does it really well. And the villains are actually really interesting. They're based on chess pieces, so the main character goes through fighting the pawns and then fighting the bishops and the rooks, and then goes into fighting the king and queen, obviously. This is actually the second box, although it's the third one that I'm opening. Got Dragon Ball. I've got all the series so far, and I'm currently reading Super. That's somewhere, but I don't think it's in this one. I know Captain Ryan's been reading this. It's really actually interesting for me, particularly because old man anime over here has been around for a long time. So I grew up with Dragon Ball Z. So it's actually quite interesting to see if it holds up to the youth that are growing up now collecting manga and watching anime, and if they actually enjoy it. I know a lot of people don't, but for what it's worth, people appreciate that it's a typical shonen show, and try not to take it too seriously. You see the old Viz Media logos. I don't even remember I don't even know how old this one is. Use focus. Yeah, look how different it is. This is the one I remember from years ago. I don't even know what this one is. Okay, then we got box number 4. Everyone's 2021's hated anime series, Promised Neverland. Unfortunately, I don't think it hit very well, which is a bit of a shame because the series is actually really good. I'm sure, I know a lot of people are picking this one up. Oh, look at that! Clearly didn't do a good job of filing it away. Man, that is ruined. I actually bought the first volume of Demon Slayer before the anime came out, but I never read it. And then I watched the anime back in 2019 and fell in love. I don't know if I'll pick it up. The story is really good, but the art, very basic, although Attack on Titan is proof that you shouldn't judge a manga by its artwork. Everyone's favourite, Shingeki no Kyojin. I actually want to get the gigantic versions. I know Himeka has the giant versions. They look very, very nice, and she's actually inspired me to go and collect them myself. I guess I'll have 2 copies of everything. This one is just One Piece. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in here other than One Piece. This is another one that everyone's been recommending and been purchasing as of late, Golden Kamuy. I read the anime back in, when was it? 2018, I think the first season came out. And yeah, I fell in love. I had to pick up the first couple of volumes that were out. I think there's only 2 or 3 volumes. And obviously I haven't done anything for 2 years, so yeah, I need to catch up. But a lot of people are enjoying it, and I'm glad, because it is a great series. We got another one. This is the 6th box that I have. Got some more Attack on Titan, Highschool of the Dead. It's a shame that I believe the author passed away, who created the story, so we're not going to be seeing any more of this. I didn't realise I have 2 copies of The Legend of Zelda. This one, I don't know where I got it from. I must have purchased it myself. My favourite Zelda game of all time so far. But I actually went to Forbidden Planet in London, and I met Akira Himekawa, who are the duo who come up with the story and illustrate this series. And you can see they've got their Uncle stamp here, and they signed it, which is great. And the last but not least box. I'm pretty sure this is all One Piece as well. In saying that, I've just noticed I have some Shaman King. This is, again, one of the series along with Bleach and Naruto. One of the first mangas that I bought. I bought around 30 mangas, as I mentioned, and this was one of them. I bought the first couple that were out. And yeah, and when I decided to start looking into buying them again a couple of years ago, just before I put them all away, turns out it's sold out, and yeah, they're like nearly £40, £50. The later volumes are like nearly £100 a volume, which is ridiculous. I know they've got the omnibus coming out, but I know a lot of people still want the original single volumes. Well, that's everything. So now I just need to stick it on the shelf. So I have a bit of an issue here because I actually have a large bit of space at the bottom of the bookshelf. This means I can't actually fit the last couple of volumes onto the bookshelf, which isn't too bad because I actually have plenty of room to grow. I don't have many volumes left to fit in. I just hope that IKEA have the spare shelves that I can buy. It looks like they do. I just have to make a couple of measurements. But yeah, things are looking good so far. As you can see, the manga obviously is not numbered correctly. I've alphabetized them by series, just because that's how I've always done it. But I am going to change it up. The reason why I've left it like this, even some of them are upside down, how bad is that? I've got severe OCD, yet I'm able to keep it like this for some reason. But yeah, I actually want to go out and complete, well, not necessarily complete, but bring myself up to date with all the series that I've been collecting. things like Dragon Ball, Blue Exorcist and One Piece, they've been going on for the past 2 years and I haven't bought a single volume. So it's going to be quite expensive, but I want to bring myself up to date because I'm missing out on so much. There's so much conversation going. The only one I've been keeping up with is One Piece because of the Shonen Jump app. So yeah, I've not gone through every single one of my manga books. I've got things like Wild Trigger, which I bought the first volume of on a whim. I never read it. I was gonna then watch the anime. I never watched it, but apparently it's good. I think the author went on hiatus for illness for something. It looks really good. Whether or not I'll continue reading this, I don't know, but yeah, I feel like I've missed out on a lot the past 2 years. People are just talking about everything and I just can't really get involved. So the next video I post up will most likely be some sort of manga haul, although I'm not a big fan of doing them myself. I do enjoy reading, I do enjoy watching the manga hauls, but it's probably not something that I want to do on a regular basis. But I'm going to do probably one big manga haul to bring myself up to date. So that should be fun.